Wow, a lady ninja transformer. I want to see the motorcycle mode. Let's see you do a slide, then we'll head for drinks. Hello everybody, Sparkster1701 here. We're taking a look at another Legacy United figure. This time around we have Chromia from the Cyberverse series. Chromia was a friend of Windblade's. They would often meet at a bar so they could discuss other things important in their lives and their efforts in the war. Chromia also has a good connection with Windblade in the fact that she understands a bit more of what a city speaker like Windblade is, and helps out with the connection between her friend and any of the large Titan series Transformers. Surprisingly, for her being such a prominent character in that series, the only other toy done of Chromia was a rather small figure that was done up sort of like a super deformed character. So, for any Cyberverse fans that want a more accurate version of Chromia, well, here it is. Some of you looking at her may think that you've seen this design before, and you have. She's basically a slight retool of the previous Legacy release done of Prowl from the animated universe. All they did was basically mold a new head. So consequently, she shares the same flaws as that version of Prowl, in the fact that her right hand is too far open to allow her to properly hold one of her weapons. That's why I only have her with one. The other one is stowed away on her leg. So we'll take a brief look at her accessories. She comes with two of these. As you can see, there's the other one. I don't want anybody putting in the comments, we didn't see it, so how do we know? Well, there it is. She basically has two of these throwing stars. And they basically, the blades all in them fold downwards. Like so. And if you don't want her to hold them, they easily store in here on her wheels. So that was always a great feature. I enjoyed that in Prowl, and I can tell you I enjoy it here on Chromia. Well, now let's take a look at Chromia's articulation. Her head can turn from side to side, and she can look up and down, since her head's on a ball joint. Her arms can be raised out to the sides, about so far. And you can rotate her arms at the shoulder all the way around. You can bend her arm at the elbow 90 degrees, and she does have a swivel at the bicep, so she has G.I. Joe battle grip. You can twist her at her hips so she can get some dance moves going. You can spread her legs apart into a full splits. She does have a thigh cut. You can raise her leg at the hips greater than 90 degrees. You can bend her leg at the knee 90 degrees. You can also swivel her ankles out to the sides, but that's more for transforming her than any other practical purpose. But you at least know it's an option. Okay, to transform Chromia, first I removed the weapons so that way they won't get in the way. We start by coming up here to her head. We want to get the section that it's connected to fold back as well, like so. Raise her arms out to the sides and fold her hands in. Just like that. And then basically turn her so that she's facing to the right. Excuse me for a moment. Alright, once we got her positioned like so, I'm going to start by bringing over these side panels. Fold them all the way over, and it'll raise her chest piece up. Get it up so it goes and completely covers her head like so. So once you got that up, come in here and shift the handlebars so that they come down closer to the front of the bike. And then we're going to come down here to her hip, and you're going to fold the body section down like so. And once that's been done, you can swing her arms at the shoulders and connect them together behind her. That'll help form the rear of the bike. So now we'll turn her this way. You will turn her legs so that both of her feet will point towards the back of the bike. Then we'll basically come here, we're going to loosen the piece here at her hip and kind of spread her legs apart. Starting with this leg here towards the back, bend it at the knee, and then you'll use her knee pad to connect into this hole found in her arms. And of course, once that's done, straighten out her foot, and you'll fold it up. And her hip area should connect inside her foot. Of course, while you're at it here, she also has a kickstand that you can deploy. So go ahead and deploy it. Then we'll come around here to the front. You're going to fold over the side panels. Excuse me. Should come down here and reach around and connect the pieces from her shoulder. That way it gets them up and out of the way. Then you can fold this piece down so it helps form the seat. And then we'll rotate her one remaining foot. And also shift the wheel a bit. So that way her foot will go in there and serve as the front headlight. Then of course, once you've done all that, attach her weapons. And Chromia becomes a motorcycle. Rather sleek looking motorcycle at that. Apparently one of the artists at Hasbro did draw up a picture of Chromia being used to do a motorcycle slide that was featured in the anime film Akira. Now, of course, while she's not of a similar model to Kaneda's motorcycle, I could see that looking pretty cool. So we get down to my thoughts. What do I think of Chromia? I like the fact that this version of Chromia is more accurate to how she was portrayed in her series. Much more so than the only toy that was released of her during that series run. So, she will be of something that fans of her will want. The downside comes from the fact that it once again goes with the cheapness that Hasbro has been using on a lot of their Transformer toys. They remold them by taking away one part and making that. Now, while I can't really fault them on it too much, because, yeah, toy making is expensive, it's also a risk. But it also comes down to, if you're not putting the love in it, you're going to turn off the fan. You're going to turn off a lot of the fans, especially the older fans that can afford these silly things. But unfortunately, my pleas, like everybody else's, has fallen on deaf ears, because I've seen the final wave of Legacy United, and a fair amount of them are nothing but repaints. There are days. But all in all, I won't hold the fact that Chromia is a repaint against her. Since, like I said, looking at the other toy that was made of her, this is a significant improvement over it. So, in this one instance, doing a repaint and retool of a previous figure probably works better than what was originally released. At any rate, that's my look at the Legacy United version of Chromia. I hope you all enjoyed it. Please do remember that if you love the content we feature on this channel, I would appreciate a like, a share, and a comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. This is Sparkster1701 saying I'll catch you all later.